Hello gamers and welcome to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the DBV 152, which is also a tier 10 Czech tank destroyer. So if you never had the Czech TD on tier 8 in your garage, you'll have to make a fully brand new crew for this assembly shop tank. Now, I know as much about this tank as you do right now, which is not very much, simply because I have not played this vehicle yet. But that's about to change. We get Steps Assault. We're going to be playing 4 games. I'm going to be playing Bounty because it's a tier 10, and then in the last 2 games we're going to be pimping this daddy out fully and giving it everything imaginable. Thank you, TVP. What a beautiful turn you made there. He's absolutely wonderful. But yeah, I have not played this whatsoever, so let's go through it real quick. 800 alpha. Really interesting alpha, anyways. But 1100 shell speed, 330 heat pen, 880 very slow heat. So this tank will remind you in many ways of the grille, and yeah, that is good aiming time though, as you can see. That is probably what is going to be the end verdict of this. Like, believe it or not, this is like the grille's special brother from Czech Republic. So we don't want to push up here. We of course don't have any armor. The reverse speed is not very great, so you may consider using a turbo. I am having vents right now because like I'm just exploring. Like you are. 776 to the face. Not too bad. My teammates are pushing up. I wonder if they're gonna push fully. It would be cool if they did. 277 from the enemy team going behind the rock. That's pretty hard for us to counter. Reload our nasty heat shell. Aim for... That's exactly what we aimed for, actually, guys. Believe it or not. That was what I aimed for. This 277 is getting the wiener of his lifetime. That's... Poor fella. I was actually aiming for that spot. And I ended up hitting that spot, which is... I mean, sure, yeah, it's pretty lucky. You know, it is pretty lucky. I'm gonna move again. Like, sitting here and doing nothing is not the way I want to play this. I want to be moving around. I do have decent speed, of course, which I want to put into effect. And yeah, you may have noticed the background looks a bit different. That's because, well, gamers, I moved out of my mom's basement. So I would like to thank you all for the support. Now I'm out of my mom's basement. It's gonna be an adjustment period where, you know, I get used to things, living by myself. On the way over there. It's, yeah, so far it's great. I don't have pans, I don't have pots. I don't have much. There's a large trip to IKEA required. But yeah, it's gonna be fine, you know. At least I can walk around the apartment naked with my willy out whenever I want to, and like nobody's gonna say anything, you know, like I can just have my cock out. I mean, the neighbors may say something, because, you know, from across the street I could see it, but they may also just be into it, you know, like... I made a terrible peak. 1750 base HP, by the way. Just want to point that out real quick. Which is low. Very low. Even the Gorilla has 1800. I mean... You know, I think you understand what I'm saying here. I just snap that, because why not? We do get spotted out, but... We're gonna be okay. I'm gonna be playing on distance now. I would like to switch away heat to AP because of the shell speed and play from there. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be an adjustment period for everybody. The very sad part is that I don't have my cats with me. I really opted to leave them at my mom's house because I didn't want to separate them. So that's pretty sad. That was pretty sad, but you know, I will survive. I will survive. Will we survive in this battle? It's a whole different ball game, though. Patriot is going to die. Which means, I was going to say we're going to be ready for the JK line. And yeah, the aiming speed is pretty good on this tank, I'll give that much. The gun feels, you know, pretty good. And of course, this doesn't have like the thing that the Gorilla does have. And that's a fully rotational turret. And I know that many people always... tell me, hey Daki, can't we make the Gorilla have a fully rotational turret? It would make it so much comfortable. This does have that, so if you feel like Wargaming took some of the flaws of the grille and were like, let's fix them and sell it for $1 million+ experience, you're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. That's exactly kind of how this feels like. Of course, they would never do something like this intentionally, right? Of course not. But for some reason, the enemy team is not pushing south. We know there was a convoy there, but he probably will have moved. I'm just surprised by their lack of pressure on the south part of the map. Let's hope this is not bad timing for me. I want to get ready for the 0 line hill. I assume that if they're not close, they will be playing on 0 line. So we have to get ready for that. Ooh, there's the convoy. No, it's the TS5 actually. 780. Still waiting for my like 900. 800. This can roll 1,000. Yeah. Just like the BZ. I know that it took a while for the math to happen in my head, but this can roll 1,000. Very cool. I'm not particularly a fan of alpha influxes anymore. That shell dipped very low. Let's go into the middle. TS5 spotted us, but it doesn't matter. Let's utilize our speed here to get closer to them. Cannot shoot any of them, so... TS5 dies, beautiful. And now, of course, we want to get real up close and personal. And you see, like I said, the aiming speed is very, very good, so... You're going to be able to hit quite a lot of snapshots. And there's something getting buffed. I'll write it down or mention it in the next game. I don't remember. I have to look it up. For some reason, they decided to buff something between me playing this and you being able to get the tank. Which I know it sounds a bit weird and it does influence the review. But, you know, what can I do? Please speak. Wait, don't roll me. We saved the game, gamers. We're now reloading, and you can see the speed feels good. Acceleration feels pretty decent as well. Of course, with 800 alpha, you have a pretty decent reload tied to this and that. Ah, I was so close, man. So close, but yeah, 6k damage. Very, very, very good result for the first battle. So, now looking at it, 6k damage, top of the board, of course, and, you know, making some profit due to missions. So yeah, pretty good in that regard. And last but not least, the DBV is actually super stealthy. We compare it to camo. I mean, if we look at this in-game, yeah, the gorilla base is like 7 without any camo trained on it. But then when we look at the DBV real quick, right, when we look at the DBV, like this is what full camo crane true, it's 43% stationary and 28% on the move without anything else. That's like a lot of camo in my opinion. Tell me if I'm tripping, let me know in the comment section down below, but this looks very stealthy for me on paper. Alrighty, simply because I know a lot of you are gonna ask about it nonetheless, let's go quickly over the statistics anyway. This is most comparable to a gorilla in my opinion. So, you know, alpha gorilla loses, penetration is roughly the same. On the regular rounds, of course. We could fine-tune this a little bit more, but like we're working off of the very, very, very base. If we put this on heat, right? We put this on heat and we put this on heat as well, then you will see that there is not much of a difference in that department. It's 334 against 330. Of course, gorilla wins in the rate of fire, but there we have to come into the aspect of alpha, in my opinion, over alpha over DPM. right? In most cases, alpha is just straight up better, especially if they're not that far away from each other, because more damage. You know, playing purely on DPM never happens. Aiming time, still pretty good on the DBV, but this is where the Gorilla is still going to be a much better sniper. I mean, I was playing with improved aiming, but I guess you'd play improved aiming on a Gorilla as well when you're sniping. So, looking at that, you know, I think this is the one that's being buffed to 0.2. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So there's some buff here. I think it's turret reverse, where the Gorilla loses out horrendously, right? In that regard. But like outside of that, guys, when we look at it, sure, there's a little bit of turret armor on the DBV, yeah? And we'll show you what that means in a second. In a lot of cases, this really just looks like a better Gorilla, to be honest. Unless I'm tripping, this really just looks like a better Gorilla. I don't know. At least from my perspective, because of alpha, like a less good sniper, but like an overall better Gorilla. So battle number 2. Let's see what we can do in battle number 2. So, taking a look at it. We got a tier 9 battle. We can't really brawl. They have a light, we have a light. Let's go to the bridge first in the beginning. Depending on what our AirCham does. He may or may not be AFK, so it doesn't matter what he wants to do. Okay. Let's try a little more experimental gameplay. The light's AFK, so you know, I want to work off of that and decide to. I don't know. I'm feeling adventurous. You know, like I'm really feeling adventurous. Let's be adventurous. Let's be different. Woo, baby! 929! Oh, baby! I like you, honey. Very nice. Thank you, honey. Very cool. That was a big bang. God dang. Come on, buddy. Come on. One more for Papa. Papa wants you to peek. He won't peek. Ooh, 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 baby, baby, come on. I could take this shot, but... Oh man, I could take this shot, but I don't expect to hit it, is what I wanted to say. AFK? Oh god! I may well take it. This is how the allegations of CC RNG start, though, you know? This is how they start. He's getting shot from the south. Let's load heat. Look, we already got very good RNG so far, so let's not start bitching now and be like, eh, you know, let's not. Ooh, SRV 4, 3. Okay, T54 peak, that's fine, whatever, we don't care. Beam bam, 777, 7777. Sounds like Brian from TTS. So our RHM came back and just rolled over them and kept rolling. Never stopped. Interesting. Oh my baby. When they're peeking into me like this, is gonna be banger. I understand, guys. CC RNG, yip, yap, all of that. I get it. I get it. I feel you. The only issue I'm having right now is that it's probably not very relatable gameplay because... Woo! I don't know how many people are gonna start brawling with this. You know, like... Oh, and I figured it out. The buff is the third reverse dispersion, goes from 0.3 to 0.2. Let me know in the comment section down below if that means a lot. I could not tell you, like, what is the actual impact of this. And you may be like, ah, come on, man. You have 100,000 plus games. You should know. And this is the part where I tell you. Me, looking at statistics of a tank is rare. I just play the tank. You know, I'm a If I had to describe myself, I would describe myself as a feeler. You know, I feel the tank. I play with the tank. You know, that's how I go. That's how it is. That's what happens. I really do not want to be a statistical Andy. I've thought about doing like more statistical reviews of tanks, but then I realized that if you're watching this, you're probably watching this because you want to see some gameplay, and not necessarily watching this because you want me to sit there for 10 minutes like, well, boys, if we look at the statistics of this vehicle, we can see that with its dispersion of 0.25, it's 1% better than the grille, which of course means that you know, you're gonna get 1% more DPG. You know what I mean? Like, it's like wasted effort in my case. I don't know. I play the tank and I tell you how it feels, and I like the gun. I can tell you that much. But at the end of the day, it's a tank without armor, though. So there's gonna be a lot of annoying battles where if you're sniping, you're not gonna get to do anything, or if you're brawling, you're just gonna explode. And I'm gonna be straight up honest about that already to begin with. You know, like some of the stuff that I do, I mean, not ego, but I do it because I know that I can. Like, I can brawl in certain situations where I know the average or below average player is not able to do this. So, you know, you're gonna have annoying games in this. Either way. Worth a try. Where you don't do anything, you feel like you can't do anything. I have those as well, but anyways. And you're just gonna like either be sniping and not do much, or you're gonna be brawling and just exploding. I want you to be ready for that. I want you to be aware of that as well. It's not, I take it back, it's not great for snapshots because like, yeah, the aiming time is good, but like the initial bloom isn't like fantastic, you know, so like shots like that. I mean, I still have a light tank, so I need to stop trading my HP away. Can't play here because they can control the ridge. There it is. There it is times 2. Good shot. Good shoes. And yeah, this aiming circle is with improved aiming, guys. Don't forget that. So that's definitely something to remember. It's not the best in the world, but we have another SRV, so we technically have another light tank. They're capturing the base. Interesting. The Type 71 kills the E50. I believe the Type 71 is more likely than not playing on the outside here, watching and waiting for one of us to get spotted. Super Conqueror. We have a good shot there. 814. Higher alpha means higher reload as well, though, so that's kind of like, you're gonna have a lot of time where you're just like bum bum bum, waiting to be reloading, and if you then miss, then you're gonna be annoyed. And I understand that. Well, I guess the Type 71 is not gonna mess around here right now. I'd love to find a peek on the Grille or the Dakillzor, for that matter. On the 263. Oh, it's a 704. I mean, it hurt. It really hurt. But we hurt him back, you know. I would like my can opener to, how to say it, you know, maybe put a little bit of aggression out. Let's just wait for the E75 and hope. There's another Dakillzor unspotted. We don't have any HP left, you know. I can pray that the E75 decides to do something not so intelligent. But the odds are, it's going to be a long game. Either way. But yeah, I need to... It's almost 1 when I'm recording this. I still need to go to IKEA and get like some pots and a pan, you know. And some food actually as well. You know, having to cook for myself is probably going to be the worst thing, you know. I'm very honest about that. You know, when I'm gaming, I don't really think about food until it's like Then I'm hungry. Random thoughts with Dakillzor. Anyways, nothing really is happening here, and I would love it if my can opener would just like go kill them, to be honest. And I think that he could go kill them as well if he wants to. But like he's just refusing to. Like he's full HP. And you know, for the last 9 minutes, it's been pretty like, okay, I'm fine with it. But at this point, it would be cool if you could just go kill them. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I'm gonna load HE. Loading HE was a mistake. That's okay. It missed either way. I'm not spotted though. Issues that the Type 71 is in the bay. I know I have a shot against the 704. Alright, can opener. It's your time to shine, my man. Bring this W home. Good sir. A very slow but effective peak. Quick 8k. You know, if we hit the Waffen trigger, we would have 8.8 and well, potential is a big word, but a chance at 10. A chance, but it won't be. That's the only sad part. Unless I hit everything on all of them. Which that just misses. So it's fine, guys. It's fine. It would have been cool, but it's fine. It's fine. I didn't blind anything, right? No, I didn't. Oh, this is the part where you're like, hopium, hopium, hopium. It's fine. It's gonna be... Guys, look, it's fine. You know, it will not be 10k. It might not even be 9k because the idea might kill us. But it's a great game, alright? We have to take a step back and realize that this is a phenomenal game to have for the YouTube video, nonetheless. Alright, we showed some real brawling gameplay. Yeah, across the board, very, very good demo. Very good battle. Played out pretty well. A bit sad that, you know... But, oh my god. Oh my god. Not even 9k, boys. Not even 9k. Not even 9k. Anyways, very good game. It's a long game as well, though. So far, I kind of like this vehicle. I don't know what everybody else is going to say about this. But from what I know, people played it when it was buffed more. And then, you know, the issue with playing something that is buffed, like it was buffed more before. Playing with something that is buffed and then going back to the same tank, it will always be a negative experience. Like, that's why I find it pointless to test tanks before they, like, test a tank and then they get nerfed after. Because, like, in essence, when you play the tank and you get a feeling of it, and you feel like it's great, and then they nerf it, you're going to have, like, so much negative thoughts about it that it's always going to be a negative review coming out of it after. That's why... I don't know how other people are going to react to this tank after they've played it before, but we'll see. 8.8, top of the board. Very good game. We will take it. Alrighty, gamers. We are going to have a hard one ahead of us. So now we have the fully pimped out Daddy TD. So 1970 HP with Bone Hardenings, almost 2k. I'm going to take HP on this map simply because, well, it's Runeberg. You know. There's not much point. And this is, you know, if we do well here, that's great because it's terrible MM. I think we can all agree on the part that is absolutely terrible. Let's aim at the middle first for somebody trying to take. And we re-aim. It's okay. We blast him for 879. The good thing about this tank on this map, for example, is that Runeberg is a map where the alpha is more important than the DPM because of the, you know, well, I mean... You don't usually get to fight in a DPM fight. We're not going to sit in the back. We're immediately going to push up. Also, you know, since I just moved places, I moved the microphone position as well. I think it helps for like general speaking terms and understanding, but it may be a little loud. I think I'm not sure. Like, let me know in the comments down below if you think the mic's a bit loud, and I will adjust it for future videos. Like I'm still like fine tuning is what I'm trying to say. I haven't found the perfect balance yet, which I hope is understandable. I could really, yeah, I was gonna say I could really do with somebody spotting. Taking my time to aim because why not? I found myself in a good spot already. 705A. I'm just a bit afraid of the Manticore, but outside of that, we're chilling. Very funny. Very funny, fan. Everything is spotted now, so it's time to go towards the city. Ooh, bad shot. $719, 3K, and this is again the advantage of high alpha tanks. We have talked about this in very many of my videos before, and we will repeat this once more, is that high alpha tanks such as this one at 800 alpha have the natural benefit that getting a big game on it is not very difficult in a way. Because the higher the alpha, the less shots you need to hit to have one of these big games. It's honestly like... That's why like low alpha tanks is so much harder to play for the average player, and high alpha tanks is so much easier to play. Because it's so much more accommodating to get a good game out of it. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, I'm just informing you that it's... You know, because of that, it might be very casual. Again... Will you get the most out of this tank from sniping? No. You will not. Is this gonna be the world's greatest sniper? Not sure. RNG is always a thing. Like, I'm very like realistic about like RNG is always gonna be a thing. So higher alpha, higher reload. If you miss... Thanks, yeah, Clancy. If you miss, then of course you also have to take into account that you're reloading longer, so you end up having more downtime. Those are the risks and downsides of higher alpha, of course. Oof, 912, not bad, not bad. We should have, I mean, almost 7k at this point, but... And also, of course, you can see the turret is not the fastest in the world. I will just speak like... They're retaking 0 line. There's another batch already. I might get a shot on that. Another 7k. I mean, in this MM, 7k is... not to blow my own trumpet too much, but in this MM, 7k is a giga chat moment, to be honest. Simply because it was very unlikely to get this out of that. The Batchet and the Force and the Manti have won the field back. Okay, good for them. No, if I get this shot... Yeah, okay, we'll say we didn't miss out much on the IS-7. And if we did hit him for like 800, whatever, he would be dead at this point, so it's okay. Like, we get it out. Everything is fine. And, you know, chilling. But yeah, I kind of like this tank, yeah? The bloom is pretty big though, guys, you know, like especially when you don't use improved aiming, for example, already, like you see that it's a pretty big circle. I like this build as well. It's more like brawly orientated for a city, and you know how much of an HP lever I am. But I will say again that on TDs, having this is not as important like HP, simply because, you know, you get the OP field mod, number 1, which is like a no-brainer, and helps you in a lot of cases already. Oof. Well, the Manticore was in the bush line. We were going to camp, and they pulled. Oh, he was in this bush line. They pulled up on me. It's completely fine. 7.5k. We will take it. Very good. Yeah, so looking at the last battle on Runeberg quickly, 7.5k, 4 kills, top of the board, all around. Very good battle from us. Alright gamers, I don't really feel the need to play a third battle on this. I've kind of made up my opinion from what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. I kind of like this tank. This might be the honeymoon period as well. If this tank is worth 1 million or however much, XP is a whole different kind of question. I personally liked it, but the honeymoon period is a real thing, in my opinion. There's very often where you play a tank at first, you like it, and then the issues become more apparent over a longer period of time. So far, for me, this feels like a better grille. To me, it really just feels like a better grille. If that's a good thing, you know, alpha increases in the game, yep, etc. If you made it to this video, again, thank you so much, guys, for all the support. I do really appreciate that. I hope you make it all the way here. Yeah, thank you so much for the support. You made me be able to move out of my mom's basement, and I do truly appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the very next one. Peace. Ciao.